Bronx congressman blasting the federal government on its response to the nation's monkeypox outbreaks. As News 12's Carmen Grant tells us, Representative Torres is now calling on an investigation into the crisis.
Congressman Torres giving the federal government a failing grade in its response to the nation's monkeypox outbreak. Today, he called on the Health and Human Services Inspector General to investigate what he calls a slow action from feds to stop the spread of monkeypox.
Even though the federal government had the tools to contain the monkeypox outbreak, it fundamentally failed the American people.
Torres claims there's a stockpile of millions of doses of smallpox vaccines, which he says could have been used against the monkeypox virus because of their similarities.
Instead of acting with a sense of urgency, the federal government moved too slowly. The CDC moved too slowly in distributing tests, and the FDA moved too slowly in distributing vaccines.
As for the congressman's claims, a spokesperson from the Office of the Inspector General tells News 12 that, quote, "We are closely monitoring this issue and will review the letter to determine the appropriate course of action once we have received it." Health officials say monkeypox continues to spread within the LGBT community, affecting mostly men who have sex with men. Destination Tomorrow, an advocacy group for the gay, bisexual, and trans community, says it's been struggling because of the lack of resources.
We haven't been given the access necessary to educate and connect our most vulnerable to the resources needed to prevent this from exploding to something even bigger.
Meanwhile, New Yorkers most at risk of contracting the virus say getting an appointment remains difficult.
The only way you can get the vaccine right now is through appointments. There is no equity in that because not everyone has the time to sit in a computer or sit on their phones for 2 or 3 hours trying to make that appointment.
Over the weekend, the city's health department opened 3 vaccine sites in Brooklyn, Queens, and the Bronx. Advocates say more pop-up vaccine sites for monkeypox are needed, especially in underserved neighborhoods where public transportation is limited. Carmen Grant, News 12.